Rich Paul has earned a reputation as one of the most powerful behind-the-scenes characters in the NBA, but now the likes of Nerlens Noel, Tyrese Maxey, and many others are coming out and exposing the man for being a fraud. Today, let's talk about the lawsuit that Nerlens Noel has filed against him, and whether or not Paul should start getting nervous. Let's start things off talking about the facts of this case. In 2017, Nerlens Noel was a Maverick with an expiring contract and an agent named Happy Walters. Walters landed Nerlens a 4-year, $70 million deal with the Mavericks. But then, the big man attended a house party with Ben Simmons, where Simmons convinced him to fire Walters and join Rich Paul's team. Right off the bat, Paul told him to reject the contract, sign a smaller deal for the season, and then hopefully play well enough to earn an even bigger contract in 2018. The goal was for Nerlens Noel to land a 4-year, $100 million deal in 2018. It was an ambitious plan for sure, but Nerlens went with it. But the instant he rejected Dallas's offer, Rich Paul ghosted him. Noel couldn't find any way to contact him, and neither could teams that wanted to sign him. Paul didn't speak with or contact any franchises that offseason to help get Noel signed, who alleges that even the pathetic league minimum deal he eventually went on to sign with the Thunder that year was a contract that Paul had no part in constructing. Eventually, Brett Brown, Noel's former coach, called him up and said that he and the Sixers had been trying desperately to contact Rich Paul in an attempt to re-sign Nerlens, but they couldn't find him. Noel then did a little bit more digging and learned that the Clippers and Rockets were also looking for him, but they gave up after failing to find a way to get to Paul. Rich Paul has a history of neglecting smaller clients. In 2016, Shabazz Muhammad was told by Paul to reject a 4-year, $40 million contract from the Timberwolves, and then, after he rejected, he was provided very little guidance from his agent. Are you noticing a trend? Here's another example, Norris Cole. Cole was a pretty big part of Miami's championship runs, but his career ended pretty suddenly. Why is this? Well, Norris Cole's career flamed out almost instantly after he hired Paul. Those are just two of Paul's main victims, and he was on the verge of destroying Nerlens just like these other two, and he really would have done it if Noel hadn't stepped up and fired him. Now that Paul is out of his life, well, would you look at that? The man has landed a 4-year, $28 million deal. Noel is no longer a hyped up young prospect the way he was in 2017. There is no reason he should be getting paid way more now than he was back then. So why is he suddenly getting paid more after firing Rich Paul? I think you can figure out the answer. Thankfully, the NBA world has responded to this drama in a very mature and well-informed way, the way that they always do.
Psych!
For some reason, whenever anybody with any amount of money or power messes up, there's always heaps of people willing to pull out any excuse from under the sun just to defend them.
Make 'em matter, Rich Paul, Lamau.
Yes, because making heaps of people angry and getting in legal trouble from your actions can only be an indicator of you just being too gosh darn cool, and we're just a bunch of haters that aren't able to handle it. Really, whenever I hear anybody calling people with legitimate criticisms haters, it tells me that you're choosing to deliberately not make a point because it's the only way you can defend indefensible actions.
Nerlens Noel needs to tell the truth about the situation with Rich Paul and make Happy Walters take the key out of his back. Carry on.
You know, after spending 3 straight years working with someone that doesn't care about you, losing out on damn near $60 million, and taking the time to file a lawsuit, it gotta be pretty disheartening to hear that there's a bunch of people supporting your opposition and the best argument they have against you is
no, not true. It's not true. Fake news.
Notice again that for the second time in a row, the person that is against Noel yet again fails to even make any argument. For God's sake, can we address the content of the lawsuit? Dear Kendrick Perkins, you played AAU ball with LeBron when you were a child and then teamed up with him on the Cavs for 18 uneventful games. You don't have to defend everyone he's ever been associated with this heavily. Maybe it's time that you carry on.
I know Nerlens Noel and the media are sick after Rich Paul and Clutch Sports just got Zach LaVine after the public lawsuit and smear campaign.
Why is it seen as cool when a rich and successful person shows that they are unaffected by the repercussions of their own actions? Rich Paul signing Zach LaVine while he's being sued by Noel only further proves the neglect Nerlens Noel was talking about in his lawsuit. I swear, man, Jeff Bezos could nuke a small Nigerian village and then turn around and buy himself an expensive jet, and some of y'all would be like,
damn, show him that you don't care about the haters, Jeff. I keep hearing people hating on you on my timeline about some small Nigerian incidents, but man, that is a sick-ass jet. You show him, man.
We are pretty deep into this video, and I still haven't even gotten a chance to bring up the Tyrese Maxey situation. Rich Paul has recently been accused of stopping Tyrese Maxey from helping out local Philadelphia charities, since he wants him to be traded by the Sixers and is scared that him helping out the needy will make him feel too connected to Philly. Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is a horrible look. So, will this and the Nerlens Noel lawsuit hurt his career? Probably not in the short term, but if more and more sketchy behavior happens, he could gain a reputation amongst younger NBA players as a guy that's trying to rip them off, and that could really hurt him down the line. At the end of the day, I think the strangest part of all of this for me is the fact that so many people will argue so hard to support somebody when they are clearly in the wrong only because that person has power. Remember, no amount of money or followers automatically makes you intellectually superior or always in the right. For example, I only have 3,000 subs, but I've been objectively correct on everything I've ever said. Jokes aside, don't treat famous people like they can do no wrong. They're humans too, and because of that, that means that just like me and you, they are also very flawed. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the Nerlens Noel and Tyrese Maxey situations? Do you think Noel is in the right for filing his lawsuit? Will Rich Paul kill his own career? Or will he still be representing top-tier NBA players for decades to come? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. I know this situation is a little bit controversial, so I really want to hear what y'all have to say. And of course, be sure to subscribe for multiple NBA videos every single week. And with that, as always, stay safe out there.